Okay, so Aaron Rodgers, who I used to really like, I am a Packer fan. For those of you who've been following the channel, have seen me wearing Packer shirts before. I am a Packer fan. I've always liked Aaron Rodgers. Past few years, he's becoming more and more unbearable. I am now thoroughly glad he is no longer a Packer. I was this before this incident, and this just makes me even more glad. But anyway, let's get to the article, shall we? About how Aaron Rodgers just managed to make himself even more despicable. Jimmy Kimmel slams Aaron Rodgers' claim about Jeffrey Epstein connection. Your reckless words put my family in danger. So, let's find out what it was that happened. Jimmy Kimmel has responded to Aaron Rodgers' comments about the late-night host's potential connection to the list of Jeffrey Epstein's associates, which, as of this recording, I don't believe has been released yet. During an appearance on the Pat McAfee show on Tuesday, the New York Jets quarterback suggested that Kimmel was among those named on the Epstein list, saying, "There's a lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, really hoping that doesn't come out." Really? What did Jimmy ever do to give you the impression that he was a pedophile? I mean, seriously, what evidence do you have? Because as we get further down the article, you'll find no evidence at all. Nothing at all. The names of over 150 associates of the late sex offender Epstein are set to be released following a court order from a federal judge in December. I'll tell you what, if that list comes out, I'll definitely will be popping some sort of bottle, Rodgers added. Now, granted, once that list comes out, a lot of powerful, important people are probably going to lose everything. I will give him that. But considering, he could have just said, that he can't wait for the list to come out without naming names. Or while naming names that we already know are associated with Jeffrey Epstein. Like Trump, like Musk. Pictures have been taken with him. We know they've been associated with him. Whether they were associated to that extent, we don't know. But at least pictures were taken with them. So mention those names. Mention Prince Andrew, who, in trying to defend himself, managed to put himself in even worse situation. But Jimmy Kimmel? Really? What? Kimmel took to Twitter to dismiss Rodgers' claim about his connection to Epstein, writing, "Dear asshole," which he puts with 2 A's, by the way, because that's how Aaron spells his name. "For the record, I've not met, flown with, visited, or had any contact whatsoever with Epstein, nor will you find my name on any list, other than the clearly phony nonsense that soft-brained wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. Your reckless words put my family in danger. Keep it up and we will debate the facts further in court." Now, if it weren't for those last 2 sentences, especially the put my family in danger, I would say, why are you bothering to respond to that idiot? Seriously, that's not worthy of a response. But if his family is being put in danger by him, then yeah, it warrants a response. So, back in March 2023, Kimmel mocked Rodgers for discussing the Epstein list and UFOs during a February appearance on the Pat McAfee show. Well, that's 2 topics I never thought would be put together. "Did you hear about the Epstein client list about to be released?" Rodgers said. "There's some files that have some names on it that might be getting released pretty soon." Which, okay, that was a bit earlier than what actually ended up happening, but sounds reasonable now looking back. So Kimmel played the clip of Rodgers on his opponent, oh my lord, I hate this word, Epinomius late night show, saying, "It might be time to revisit the concussion protocol, Aaron." He also referred to the quarterback as a tinfoil hatter. Now, first off, they also mentioned that he mentioned UFOs in this. No quote about UFOs was given, just about him saying that the Epstein list would be released, which eventually the court ordered that it be released. But really, why say he needs to revisit the concussion protocol? Granted, he is a tinfoil hatter. He's been proven to be that. But based on what quote they gave us, and granted, Jimmy Kimmel sometimes does come up with these jokes that you wonder where the hell this came from. And this is one of them. Unless there is some detail that's missing, I do not understand where that joke came from based on what quote we saw from Aaron. But at the same time, it does not give Aaron the right to name drop Jimmy Kimmel as being on the list. Because now, if it's true that the only thing that prompted that joke from Jimmy is that the Jeffrey Epstein list is going to come out, then I can see why Aaron would put that together. It's like, oh, of course he doesn't want it to come out because he's on the list. I can see where he would make that connection, but at the same time, it could easily be that nobody was, that nothing had been set in stone. So how in the world does Aaron know this already? So history, well, our present now, but the events have proven Aaron right. This list is coming out, but but that doesn't change the fact that he is a tinfoil hatter. He does love his conspiracy theories, that is true, but again, I mean, I can kind of understand where Aaron made that connection, but did he really make that connection, or was he just butthurt that Jimmy Kimmel made a joke at his expense? Which, he is a public figure, so you've got to expect that. Now, being made fun of for your comments or for your beliefs is no fun. I get that. But to then turn around and call someone a pedo simply because he made a joke about you, that's going a bit far. I mean, if the list came out and it was discovered he was on the list, let's say, which there's no reason to think he is, but let's say he, for argument's sake, that he's on the list, then Aaron can pound his chest, say, oh yeah, I knew he was on the list or whatever, fine. But to just say his name with absolutely no evidence, that's just ridiculous, and that's going to get you sued. As Jimmy pointed out, that could get you sued because seriously, why would you slander someone like that? Just dumb on so many levels. Anyway, that is all I have for I believe, yep, that is all I have for this article. So, with that, I will see you guys in the next video.